Hi teacher, hi friends. Today I'm going to talk about my top 5 rock drummers, in my personal opinion. So I put in number 5 at the Grohl. He was the drummer in bands like Nirvana, Queens of the Stone Age, and then Crooked Vultures. Now he sings and plays the guitar in his band called Foo Fighters. Now the Foo Fighters drummer is Taylor Hawkins. But I think Dave Grohl is better than Taylor Hawkins because he was the youngest drummer and the youngest musician in Nirvana with 17 years. So he's wild in the drums, but he can't lose his technique. In number 4, I put Lars Ulrich. He is the drummer of Metallica, and he's my favorite drummer. Why I put in number 4? Because in his album and Just for All with Metallica, we can listen a lot of tempos changing in only one music. For example, 4/4 or 4/3, without difficult for him. For example, in To Live Is To Die, we can see four type of tempos. Okay. In number 3, I put John Bonham. For a lot of people, he is the best drummer, but for me, nope. Like he has a lot of reference, for example, Buddy Rich, and he has a lot of reference like a jazz drummers. So when they enter in Led Zeppelin, when he entered Led Zeppelin, he can make a fusion with jazz and rock and roll. Now, why I put in number 3? Because he's one of the best drummers. He can play the connection guitar drum. That's very difficult this because a normal batterist, a normal drummer, sorry, can make a fusion or make a connection with the bass. Because the bass can work together with the drum. It's very easy, but with the guitar it's too difficult. For me, for this reason, John Bonham is better than Lars Ulrich and Dave Grohl, and he is oldest than Dave Grohl. In number 2, I put Phil Collins. When he was young, he was a drummer in a band called Genesis, and Genesis is a progressive band. So Phil Collins can make a fusion with blues and progressive music. That's very difficult. Now he can sing and play the drums simultaneously too. So I'm drummer and I know that if I sing and if I play the drums at the same time, it's too difficult. I can't do this, for example. In number 1, I put Ringo Starr. He's a drummer in the Beatles. It's only of the one of the most bands in the world. But now, why I put in number 1? Because he has a good technique. He he can do all rhythm with only two tones and two chars. That's the hi-hat and the crash. But he is in the top one because he can control the perfect tempo. For example, when he was to record the his music in the Beatles, he can record the music without a metronome. The metronome is a object that they can put a limit with a BPM, and he can control the tempo. Uh, and he has a good technique in jazz and blues. So in rock and roll, he can play very well because jazz and blues are very difficult than rock and roll. Rock and roll is easier than jazz. So thank you, teacher. That's my project. For me, Ringo Starr is the best drummer in the world, in the rock world, but my favorite drummer is Lars Ulrich. Thank you.